Imagine waking up not as a wanderer in chaos, but as a warrior in training. Every sunrise isn't just a signal to begin your day. It is a sacred invitation to begin your battle. A battle not against others, but against the enemy within. Against fear, against hesitation, against the weakness that whispers, "Not today." We live in a world obsessed with comfort and convenience. But comfort has never built a strong mind. Convenience has never sharpened courage. And indulgence has never forged warriors. The Stoics knew this. They didn't chase ease. They didn't pray for a lighter load. They trained for a stronger back. You're here because you've felt the call. You've sensed it in quiet moments deep within, a whisper that says you were meant for more. Not to live on autopilot, not to chase approval, but to rise, disciplined, unshakable, focused. The world won't hand you greatness, but your habits will. And the ancients left behind a map, a way of thinking, living, and fighting through life's storms with power. And today, we unlock that map. Not through philosophy lectures or empty theory, but through 7 battle-tested Stoic hacks you can apply every single day to become sharper in your thoughts, calmer in your emotions, and unstoppable in your purpose. These aren't abstract ideas. They're weapons, forged by fire, sharpened by time, used by generals, emperors, warriors, and thinkers who shaped history. And now, they're yours. If you're tired of wasting time, tired of chasing quick fixes that never last, if you want real strength, real clarity, and real results, then prepare yourself. Because in the next 40 minutes, we're stepping into the Stoic arena. And when we're done, you'll leave with more than motivation. You'll leave with a mindset, a daily training ground, and the unstoppable force of a warrior who knows the obstacle is the way, the struggle is the teacher, and every day is a chance to rise. Let's begin.
Chapter 1. Hack number 1. Begin with premeditatio malorum. Rehearse them in your mind. Exile, torture, war, shipwreck. All these should be before your eyes every day. Seneca. What if I told you the first key to peace was to imagine chaos? That before your day begins, you must look ahead, not through rose-colored glasses, but through the eyes of a Stoic general preparing for war. This is premeditatio malorum, the art of premeditating adversity. It may sound strange, even pessimistic, but this single practice could change the course of your life. Because when you start your day by visualizing the storms that may come, you don't just avoid being surprised by them, you become invincible to them. Imagine waking up and telling yourself, "Today, someone may insult me. I may be delayed. Plans might fall through. Pain may come." But instead of flinching from those thoughts, you embrace them because you are training your mind, sharpening your resilience, fortifying your soul. This isn't fear, it's strategy. The Stoics understood that the enemy of peace is not suffering, it's expectation without preparation. We suffer more in imagination than in reality because we walk through life pretending we're immune to hardship. Then we crumble when it arrives. But the warrior trains in the shadows before the battle begins. Premeditatio malorum isn't about paranoia. It's about arming your mind before the world disarms your spirit. So, before your day begins, take just 5 minutes. Close your eyes, visualize your path. Traffic, rejection, loss, delays, disappointments. See it all, and then see yourself handling it with grace, calm, and strength. You've faced worse before. You've stood through storms you thought would destroy you. And now, you're no longer surprised by life. You're prepared for it. If you wish to be free, do not wish for things to happen as you would have them, but wish for them to happen as they do. Epictetus. Because the man or woman who prepares for adversity does not fear it. They meet it with a calm that breaks mountains. This is how warriors start their day. And now, so will you.
Chapter 2. Embrace voluntary discomfort. Train like a warrior, not a worrier. What happens when we deliberately choose discomfort? We awaken the sleeping warrior within. The Stoics believed that comfort was the enemy of growth. They practiced hardship, not to punish themselves, but to sharpen their inner strength, to train for life's inevitable battles before the battle even begins. Seneca once wrote, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" This is not masochism, it's mental muscle building. Every time you willingly endure discomfort, a cold shower, fasting, walking instead of driving, leaving your phone untouched, you're telling your mind, "I am not ruled by ease. I am ruled by purpose." Voluntary discomfort turns life into your gym. It's where every small challenge becomes a rep, where adversity becomes an exercise for clarity, discipline, and detachment. Modern life seduces us with ease, fast food, instant gratification, soft cushions, and soft excuses. But warriors are not forged in comfort. They are forged in fire. They are sculpted in silence, in restraint, in choosing the harder path when the easy one begs for attention. Here's how to practice this Stoic hack daily. Skip something you enjoy, just to prove that you can. No sugar today, no Netflix, no coffee, no social scrolling. Walk through the rain, take the stairs, wear less in the cold. Train your mind by training your body. Do something physically demanding every single day, even if it's just 1 set more than you feel like. These are not grand gestures. They are daily reminders that you are stronger than your cravings, tougher than your moods. The ancient Spartans trained for war even during peace. The Stoics trained for suffering even when surrounded by luxury. Why? Because they understood the simple truth. If you bleed in training, you do not break in battle. This is the mindset of those who endure, of those who do not flinch when life gets hard, of those who look at pain and say, "I've already been here. You cannot shake me." So ask yourself each morning, not what will be easy, but what can I endure today that makes me stronger tomorrow? This is how the modern Stoic trains, not to suffer, but to rise, not to impress, but to improve, not to escape pain, but to master it.
Chapter 3. The 5-minute death reflection. Memento mori in action.
What if I told you that 5 minutes a day, thinking about your own death, could awaken a power inside you that most people never touch in their entire lives? Sounds dark? That's exactly why most people avoid it. And that's exactly why most people drift through days, through years, through entire lifetimes, half awake. But you are not most people. You are here because you want to live on purpose. You want to live with fire, with urgency, with focus. You want to become the kind of person who cannot be shaken. And the ancient Stoics left you a secret key to unlock that power. Memento mori, meaning, remember, you must die. To modern ears, it might sound like a warning, but to the Stoic warrior, it was a sacred summons, not to mourn death, but to honor life. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king of Rome, wrote in his journal, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." Can you feel the electricity in that? It's not about fear, it's about freedom. Because when you realize that nothing is promised, not next year, not tomorrow, not even the next breath, you stop wasting your life on the things that don't matter. You stop arguing to win. You stop scrolling endlessly to escape. You stop waiting for someone else to validate your dreams. You stop delaying your greatness. Memento mori is not meant to depress you. It's meant to ignite you. It's a sword, a shield, a flame. A call to stop sleepwalking through your days and start living like a warrior with his eyes wide open. Here's your daily practice. Take 5 minutes. Sit in silence. Close your eyes and reflect. If today were my last, would I be proud of how I'm living? Have I said what needs to be said? Have I created what I was born to create? If not now, when? This is not a ritual of sadness, it's a ritual of awakening. Because when death is real to you, life becomes vivid. The colors are brighter, the moments are sharper. You stop getting caught in petty drama and you rise above it because you know time is a gift. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." He was right, and the Stoic warrior does not waste. He lives with clarity, he speaks with honesty, he acts with deliberate courage because he knows that his moments are numbered, and that makes them sacred. Most people are terrified of death because they are not truly living. They are postponing, they are pretending, they're numbing themselves with distractions. But not you. You are practicing the art of presence. You are training your soul to wake up, and in doing so, you become a force of nature. Think of it like this. On a battlefield, every second matters. There's no time to hesitate, no time to procrastinate, no time to wait for someday. And your life is a battlefield, not one of war and violence, but of clarity versus confusion, discipline versus impulse, purpose versus distraction. Memento mori is your ally in that fight. When you feel lazy, it sharpens you. When you feel overwhelmed, it grounds you. When you're tempted to give in to fear or delay, it whispers, "Act now. This is your moment." This practice, just 5 minutes a day, is your shield against regret. Because the Stoic warrior does not aim to live forever. He aims to live fully now. So let the world sleepwalk. Let them waste their time chasing things that don't last. But you will rise. You will remember. You will reflect. And you will live every day like it matters, because it does. Memento mori is not a reminder of death. It's a celebration of life. The fierce, focused, fearless life of a warrior walking in truth.
Chapter 4. speak little, listen more. The warrior's silence is power. A true warrior does not waste his breath. He does not shout to prove his point. He does not speak simply to fill the silence. Because the Stoic warrior understands this one timeless truth. Words are cheap, attention is rare, and silence is sacred. In our modern world of constant noise, notifications, opinions, arguments, advertisements, the power of listening has become almost extinct. But to the Stoic, listening is not weakness. It is a discipline of the mind, a sharpening of the soul. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we may listen twice as much as we speak." And if that sounds simple, it's because all great truths are. Let this be your 4th daily Stoic hack. Practice restraint with your words and intentionality with your listening. This is not just about being quiet. It's about being fully present. It's about slowing down the impulse to react, to prove, defend, argue, control, and instead choosing to observe, to read between the lines, to hear the unspoken pain in someone's tone, to absorb wisdom where others only hear noise. Because when you listen like a warrior, you gain an edge the loud cannot understand. You gain clarity, and clarity is power. The Stoic does not rush to give advice. He does not need to dominate the room. He isn't desperate to be heard, because he knows those who master their tongue master their life. Seneca put it clearly. Speech is the mirror of the mind. So what are your words revealing? Are they rushed, defensive, desperate to impress? Or are they measured, intentional, powerful? Let your speech be like a sword, sharp, brief, and only drawn when necessary. This doesn't mean being cold or passive. It means being anchored. Speaking when it builds. Speaking when it heals. Speaking only when it serves something greater than your ego. The warrior's silence is not awkward. It's commanding. It demands presence. It creates space. And in that space, truth is revealed. When you speak too much, you leak energy. But when you guard your words, you protect your power. Here's how you live this Stoic hack each day. Begin your morning by committing to less talking, more observing. In conversation, pause before responding. Ask yourself, does this need to be said? Will this add clarity or confusion? Throughout the day, notice when you're about to speak out of impulse and choose instead to breathe and listen. Listening is not just something you do with your ears. You listen with your eyes, your posture, your presence. And when you listen deeply, you begin to understand not just people, but patterns, problems, and potential. The Stoic warrior becomes a master of people not by controlling them, but by understanding them. Because the one who understands leads. The one who listens learns, and the one who speaks only when necessary commands respect. So guard your tongue, reserve your voice for what matters, and let your silence speak volumes. Remember, the more you say, the less they hear, but the fewer your words, the greater their weight. Be slow to speak. Be quick to listen, and in doing so, you will walk through life with the quiet confidence of a true Stoic warrior, calm, clear, and always in command.
Chapter 5. Focus like a warrior. Eliminate the unnecessary. Hack number 5.
The Stoic warrior doesn't chase every fight. He chooses his battles because he knows that energy is finite and attention is sacred. In a world addicted to distraction, one of the most revolutionary things you can do is this: eliminate the unnecessary. Marcus Aurelius said it best: if you seek tranquility, do less. Or more accurately, do what's essential and cut everything else. It sounds simple, doesn't it? But simplicity requires courage, because modern life tempts you to say yes to everything. More goals, more notifications, more meetings, more opinions. But Stoicism whispers the opposite. Do less, but do it deeply. Cut the noise and hear the signal. Remove the clutter and find your edge. Focus is not just about productivity. It's about purpose. It's about choosing what matters most and protecting it with your life. The Stoic warrior doesn't just ask, "Can I do this?" He asks, "Should I?" He doesn't check his phone every 3 minutes. He doesn't say yes to every social invite. He doesn't water down his energy by chasing what doesn't matter. He's ruthless with his attention, not because he's cold, but because he's clear. And clarity is love. Love for his purpose, love for his time, love for his mission. If you truly valued your time like gold, would you spend it the same way? Think of it like this: every yes you say to the unimportant is a no to the essential. Every unnecessary task drains your mental clarity. Every aimless scroll steals a piece of your soul. Every distraction is a thief in disguise. You were not meant to live divided. You were meant to be whole, to wake up with clarity, to move with decisiveness, to build something that lasts. This is your 5th Stoic Daily Hack. Protect your focus like a warrior guards his weapon. Because once your focus is scattered, you become vulnerable to fear, to comparison, to weakness. But when you simplify, when you declutter, when you silence the noise and listen to what truly matters, you become unstoppable. Here's how to train like a Stoic in daily life. Begin each morning by asking, what is essential today? Not what's urgent, not what others expect, but what moves your soul forward. Throughout your day, be aware of energy leaks, the idle conversations, the mindless browsing, the multitasking that leaves you empty. And at night, reflect. What could I have removed today? What stole my presence and what restored it? The Stoic doesn't try to do everything. He tries to do the right things with excellence. Because when you live with laser focus, you're no longer a slave to circumstance. You become a strategist, a shaper of destiny, a disciplined force in a distracted world. Epictetus once said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. In other words, don't fear saying no. Don't fear being misunderstood. Don't fear walking away from the crowd if it means walking toward your purpose. Be feared for your focus. Be respected for your restraint. Be remembered for what you built with your undivided attention. Cut the unnecessary. Protect what matters, and move like a warrior on a mission. Eyes locked, soul steady, heart clear. Because in the end, the Stoic doesn't just win by doing more. He wins by doing less, better.
Chapter 6. Train your inner fortress. Master your emotional triggers. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Every warrior faces a greater enemy than the battlefield, the chaos within, the storm of untrained emotion, the wildfire of reaction. In a world where everything is designed to provoke you, to distract, to enrage, to knock you off center, The greatest victory is silence. Not apathy, not withdrawal, but mastery of your emotional world. Stoicism teaches us, you don't control the world, but you can control your response to it. And that is where the battle is won or lost, in the space between the trigger and the reaction. The moment your ego is bruised, the moment someone insults you, the moment fear grips your chest, do you respond like a flame that flares uncontrollably, or like a still lake that reflects without distortion? Training your emotional triggers is like forging armor for your soul. This is your daily hack. Pin. Throughout the day, become radically aware of your emotional spikes. Anger, jealousy, envy, disappointment. When you feel them rise, don't suppress them. Observe them. Pause. Breathe deeply and ask, is this within my control? What would the wise man do now? This moment of awareness is everything. It transforms you from a prisoner of instinct to a general of inner command. Seneca said, no man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself. And your emotional triggers? They are micro-adversities, tests from the universe, invitations to rise, to prove that you are not just reacting to life, but responding with reason, with strength, with sovereignty. A warrior who cannot master his temper will lose battles before they begin, but a stoic who walks through fire and remains composed is untouchable. Practice this daily. You'll stop being the puppet of circumstance. You'll feel power return to your hands. The day will stop controlling you because you now control how you show up in it. Let others rage. Let others crumble. Let others drown in offense. You will remain grounded, focused, immovable. Because your fortress isn't built on sand. It's built on awareness, discipline, and the eternal wisdom of Stoic warriors before you.
Chapter 7. Reflect nightly. Win the day before sleep. Before the lights go out, before the world quiets, and before your head sinks into the pillow, there is one final battle every warrior must fight, and it happens within. This is the sacred ritual of nightly reflection, a Stoic practice that isn't loud, flashy, or even seen by others, but it may be the most powerful hack of them all. Seneca said, each evening we must call ourselves to account. What bad habit did I curb today? What temptation did I resist? In what way am I better? This isn't about judgment. It's not about guilt. It's about growth. Because without reflection, your days blur together. Progress becomes a myth. Life becomes accidental. But when you pause each night, even for just 5 minutes, and ask yourself the hard questions, what did I do well today? Where did I fall short? Did I act in line with my principles? You begin to sharpen your awareness. You turn your experience into wisdom. You stop letting days pass by like pages in a forgotten book. This nightly ritual turns your life into a masterpiece, one brushstroke, one decision, one courageous moment at a time. The Stoics knew that we are not judged by what we plan to do, but by what we actually do. And by reflecting each night, you turn each day into a lesson, and each lesson into strength. It's how you course correct without shame. It's how you celebrate without ego. It's how you become the warrior who doesn't just fight, but learns from every battle. Because here's the truth. Tomorrow's victories begin with tonight's reflection. You don't need more time. You need more clarity. And clarity is born in silence, in honesty, in those quiet moments before sleep when you face the mirror of your soul. So take a breath. Ask yourself the real questions. Be brave enough to answer them. This is how warriors grow. This is how Stoics rise. This is how you win day after day. Chapter 7. Reflect nightly. Win the day before sleep. Before the lights go out, before the world quiets, and before your head sinks into the pillow, there is one final battle every warrior must fight. And it happens within. This is the sacred ritual of nightly reflection, a Stoic practice that isn't loud, flashy, or even seen by others, but it may be the most powerful hack of them all. Seneca said, "Each evening we must call ourselves to account. What bad habit did I curb today? What temptation did I resist? In what way am I better?" This isn't about judgment. It's not about guilt. It's about growth. Because without reflection, your days blur together. Progress becomes a myth. Life becomes accidental. But when you pause each night, even for just 5 minutes, and ask yourself the hard questions, what did I do well today? Where did I fall short? Did I act in line with my principles? You begin to sharpen your awareness. You turn your experience into wisdom. You stop letting days pass by like pages in a forgotten book. This nightly ritual turns your life into a masterpiece, one brushstroke, one decision, one courageous moment at a time. The Stoics knew that we are not judged by what we plan to do, but by what we actually do. And by reflecting each night, you turn each day into a lesson, and each lesson into strength. It's how you course correct without shame. It's how you celebrate without ego. It's how you become the warrior who doesn't just fight, but learns from every battle. Because here's the truth. Tomorrow's victories begin with tonight's reflection. You don't need more time. You need more clarity. And clarity is born in silence, in honesty, in those quiet moments before sleep when you face the mirror of your soul. So take a breath. Ask yourself the real questions. Be brave enough to answer them. This is how warriors grow. This is how Stoics rise. This is how you win day after day.